Alright, what is going on, everybody? What is up? Hello, hello, and welcome. How are you today? What's up? DSP here, live on the stream. Today is Sunday, April 29th, 2017. We are coming to the very end of April, folks. And we're going to end it with a bang. We are going to end April with a bang, okay? We've got a good stream today. We got a good stream lined up for you tomorrow. Something very unique. And then even, May we're starting off pretty strongly here. Which we'll talk about all of this in a moment, okay? I actually have two, not one, but two big positive announcements for everyone this morning. And I mean big. These are good announcements that I think you guys will definitely enjoy. Because they are going to mean some very positive stuff for you, the viewers. Not just me. I mean, yes, for me, it'll be good too, but for you, it will be excellent, okay? So I'm very pleased to be talking about this on pre-stream today. Alright, so let's talk, folks. Let's get through the necessary, stuff that you guys want to know. The basics. First of all, what are we doing today? Well, today, as the next to last day to April, we're going to be playing Persona 5. And you may say, well, why are you playing Persona 5? I thought that the schedule was that you were going to be playing these indie-style games all weekend, right? Well, it just so happens that this week I actually played both indie games that I wanted to play, and they were both incredibly short. I completed What Remains of Edith Finch within about 2.5 hours, and I completed yesterday Little Nightmares on stream within about 3 to 3.5 hours. Yeah, they were both really short games. Incredibly short. And if you're interested, you can watch those full playthroughs right now over on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming. They are live. They were both interesting in their own way. I think that What Remains of Edith Finch was a crazy, unique game that I'll probably never play another wild game like that again, with a really good story. While Little Nightmares was a game that had a gameplay similar to games such as Inside, Limbo, and Unraveled, and had a really creepy story that, honestly, sadly, kind of disappointed at the end of the day because they never really explained it at all. Never really told you what was going on and what was supposed to be the plot of the game. And I hate that they do that with a lot of indie games. I ranted about it at the end of the playthrough, so check that out, okay? So, that was this week, basically. We did Outlast earlier in the week. That ended up being about a 7-hour playthrough, and then 2 other shorter games. So, definitely this week we had a wide variety of stuff. Okay. Today, I'm returning to Persona 5 simply because, number one, Atlas has raised their streaming ban on the game, and they're now allowing everyone to live stream and record and upload Let's Plays of the game up to the November 19th in-game date. Well, I'm still in July, so we've got quite a long way to go there before we get to that point. So that's good. It means that I can now play Persona 5 on and off in between all the other new releases. Whenever I have a day where maybe there's nothing going on with a new release, I can fill it with Persona 5. And that's a good thing because now I don't have to worry about odds and ends, like a day here or there where there's nothing going on. I'll have the thing to go back to, the go-to game, which is excellent. I'm very pleased with this development, so very nice. So that's why we're doing this today. 4 hours of Persona 5 here today on stream for you. Later tonight, I will not be doing any streaming or gameplay, because later tonight I got a lot of stuff to work on. I've got to film the weekly preview. I've got to film a new Loot Crate unboxing, which I'm not going to be uploading today, but probably tomorrow. And I've got a few other things to work on. I've actually got this one thing in the works for possibly this summer that I need to see if I can get it to work. I don't want to really talk too much about it because I don't want to mention it and then people get all excited and then it doesn't work. So I'm going to try it out tonight. A bunch of things I'm doing tonight, okay? But they're all offline stuff. It's all stuff that I can't live stream. So no other kind of gameplay or anything later tonight. It'll just be Persona 5 for today, okay? Now, tomorrow. Big day tomorrow, everyone. Certainly, I hope you're going to come by tomorrow if you at all possibly can. Tomorrow is the Worst Games Ever Marathon. Now, warning, I am starting this stream a little bit later than usual. I'm actually starting the stream at noon Pacific time, and it's going to run till around 7 p.m. Pacific time. okay? With limited commercial breaks. There'll be like 1 or 2 breaks in between there for me to switch games. I'm playing 3 games tomorrow, all right? The number 1 game, Ride to Hell Retribution. Number 2 game, Revolution 60, which I installed on my PC yesterday and cringed when I did. And number 3 game, Scarface. And I did confirm yesterday, I booted up my Xbox 360 for the first time since last summer, and I confirmed that Scarface still works and nothing has gone wrong. I can still play it fully, no problems. So yeah, that's going to be tomorrow. A marathon where we do 3 different games. All awful games. And yeah, this is going to be interesting. To put it lightly, this will be interesting. To see how this goes. See if I can survive. Can I survive? I don't know. Oh, shout out to Shiro Akiyama, who just did a $1.01 tip and said something in Japanese I don't understand and I cannot pronounce nor read. So thank you to Shiro Akiyama. I appreciate the support, and I can't read what you said. Well, Shiro has started off today's round of you know, tipping and all that. So I guess we should talk a little bit about that. Let me just tell you about the next few days, folks, before we get to that, all right? So tomorrow is the Worst Games Ever Marathon here on stream. Monday I'm off. Monday is my day off, okay? And then Tuesday is the Neo DLC. I believe it's called Dragon of the North. And I'm not sure how long it is. No one knows because it hasn't actually released itself yet, obviously. But I'll be doing that probably Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on, you know, how long it is. I'm going to be balancing that with, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Danganronpa. Danganronpa returns starting this Tuesday. I know it's been a long time away, folks. And, you know, a lot of people, about a month now, have been waiting for the continuation. Because I am in the home stretch. I'm halfway through Chapter 5, and the game only has 6 chapters, okay? So I'm fully aware that there's people who've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this game to conclude. That will resume this Tuesday. So for those who've been waiting patiently, your patience has paid off. All right? And what I'll be doing is balancing Danganronpa with the new releases. And if I end up having, like at night, for example, a review or something to work on, then I'll do that. But if there's no reviews or anything going on at the time, then I will work on further playthroughs such as Danganronpa offline, okay? So, that's the deal. It will resume this week, which and I know is great news for a lot of people who've been loving that playthrough, okay? And so hopefully, you know, the goal here will be continuing through May. Not only will I be covering all the new releases, including, you know, the Neo DLC, Prey, Injustice 2, Friday the 13th is coming out this month. There's actually a couple of VR releases I may be covering this month. And odds and ends here or there. I'll be balancing all of that with Persona and Danganronpa. So that'll be a good variety of content for everyone during the month of May. Also, keep in mind, later on in May, I'm actually going to be doing my patron Jackbox Party Pack interaction stream. Where what I'll be doing is playing Jackbox Party Pack with the patrons. Who have... pledged in the month of March. Now, I'm going to be honest with everyone here. There aren't a lot of them who really want to participate in this event. From what I've seen, it's about a dozen people. So, the good news here is that, yes, absolutely, all the people who want to participate in this event who are patrons in March are definitely going to get in and are probably going to get to play multiple sessions with me, all right? Now, you may say, well, that's kind of the bad news because why are there so few people who are participating? Well, keep in mind I haven't announced the date yet. So, maybe once I announce the date, more people will jump in and say they're interested. But, folks, guess what? I have an idea for this event. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have half of this stream end up being like just private sessions of Jackbox with the patrons. And I think the other half is going to be patrons versus haters. Because as you know, when I've done these interactive streams before, what ends up happening is a lot of the people who get into the sessions are the haters. And they go in and they say nasty stuff. Like I'm playing Quiplash and they'll say really insulting things and stuff like that. So I think it'll be cool because what I'll do is maybe make sessions half private. So like a group of like 4 patrons versus the other people who are joining just to be nasty, right? So how cool could that be? That would be pretty, I think that would be a really original thing, something different. Have people supportive and have people just being negative and going back and forth, right? Could be pretty interesting. So we'll see what happens. I think what I'll do is do the session for a certain amount of time and then eventually open it up, you know, once we get to a certain level, to, like, open for people to join, and then we can have kind of a competition, right? That'd be pretty cool, I think, right? All right. Oh, wow. I just got a tip. Hold on. Thank you to Otaku Blood Elite, who just tipped me $10. He says, been a fan of yours since the OG Dark Souls, and now I'm finally here for your stream. Stay awesome, Phil. Well, thank you, Otaku Blood Elite. I'm happy to hear that you've been a long-time viewer and fan, and I definitely am grateful for your support. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so that's the month of May is going to be pretty good. The month of May, not only will we have all these new releases I'm covering, but we'll also have, you know, these events and stuff going on. It's going to be a good month, okay? But the next piece of information I'm about to share with all of you is actually even better for you guys. Ready? I'm going to start with the first of two big announcements on pre-stream today. That's a positive announcement. I think you're really going to like it. So hold on to your seats. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gents. Hold on to your butts. Put on your seat belts in your office chairs or wherever you're sitting. Get ready. Drum roll. Actually, I think I have a drum roll. Hold on. That was not a drum roll at all. That wasn't even close. Why does it have a picture of a drum on my sound effect machine when it doesn't have drums? There is a drum roll here. Which one is it? Is it this one? That's not it either. What's this one? I don't think I have a drum roll. Wait, what's this? What the fuck? I don't think I have a drum roll. I thought I did. Okay. Okay, forget it. I officially quit. I'm tapping out on this idea. I thought I was going to use a sound effect, and apparently I don't have it. Alright. So the first of two big positive announcements... That was funny. The first of two big positive announcements I have for today's pre-stream is, ladies and gentlemen, May 2017 marks the return, the long-awaited return of the Hate Live podcast. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have listened directly to your feedback, and I have decided that I will keep bringing back Hate Live because you all want it, alright? Now let me explain. Allow me to explain. Oh, hold on a second. Whoa. Whoa. I just got a big tip. Thank you to Bosco, who just gave me a $30 tip, and he says, hey, Phil, do you think people are ready for it? Something good is coming, folks. Hashtag hype. Yes. Well, I hope that you like this first announcement of two. Thank you, Bosco, for the support. That is awesome of you. Wow, a good way to start the stream when I get a bunch of tips before I even start with gameplay. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and by the way, as I said, all these tips I'm getting are going right to my bills and are going to help me to actually clear all my bills in the next 2 weeks. So thank you, thank you, thank you for your support, everyone. I appreciate it. All right. So, Hate Live is returning. All right. So, let me explain. Years ago, actually it was a year and a half ago, I used to do a podcast called Hate Live. It ran for around 2 hours. It covered a variety of topics. Okay? Lots of topics. Including current events, including gaming news, including my current schedule. I had this segment called Back in the Day where I would cover these stories about my life, funny things that have happened in my life, interesting things. People really, really liked this podcast, alright? But it went on hiatus. Well, not really hiatus, it ended. The show effectively ended at the end of 2015. By the way, shout out to Shiro Akiyama, who's now done a $1.11 tip. He says, Love Live is the best anime. Nozomi is the best girl. Oh, I've never heard of Love Live. And thank you to Or Knights, who just cheered 30 bits and says, here's another 30, Phil. Only it was 30 bits, not $30. Okay, so yeah, Hate Live ended. Why did Hate Live end? Well, it's because, if you remember last year, I was trying to do something different. I had a different initiative on YouTube. What I wanted to do was split my content into 3 completely different channels. We had DSPGaming, which is just raw gameplay, right? We had KO Gaming, which was going to be the edited content, meaning game reviews, countdowns, and the like, montages, etc. And then the King of Hate Vlogs was supposed to be the channel where I do all kinds of vlogging, including reaction videos to certain current events, reviews of movies and stuff that I had seen, but also my ongoing series like Ask the King and DSP Tries It and the Weekend Preview and all of that. You know, Loot Crate unboxings and that kind of stuff. Sadly, it didn't work out the way that I wanted. You know, I started out in the year strong, doing a lot of variety of vlogging, and people seemed to like that vlogging. And really, the vlogging I was doing was the same kind of content that I was doing in Hate Live, right? Only what it was is it was broken up. So instead of just doing one 2-hour show a month, I was doing several vlogs that were broken up and split up. Well, sadly, folks, a lot of things has changed since last year, right? First of all, YouTube ad revenue has completely and utterly plummeted to the point where nothing is profitable on YouTube anymore. And I mean that, like, I'm not even kidding you. I'm making half as much money on YouTube than I was just a few months ago. This is no exaggeration. People on YouTube who are saying this are not exaggerating. It was about a 50% drop in income, okay? So for me to be doing separate vlogs on YouTube of everything doesn't even make sense anymore, because I'm not really making any money on it. Like, I'll give you guys an example. Okay, in the month of March, or excuse me, let me go back on that. It was about mid-March that my vlogging channel left its Machinima partnership, okay? And it went into an independent kind of AdSense partnership with YouTube. I'm not partnered with anyone on that vlogging channel, okay? In 1 month's time, I've made about $100. So think about that. There's the weekend preview, there's all my vlogging that I do with DSP Tries It, with unboxing videos, with the special videos that I made talking about my business and stuff like that. All the videos I've done in the past month on the vlogging channel, I made $100. That is nothing. That is pretty much, not worth breaking out and doing separate videos and everything for. It doesn't even make any sense, alright? But, I certainly don't want to stop vlogging. I don't. I like vlogging. I like interacting with you guys in a way where I can relay information to you, and I like reading your feedback in the comments and everything on my vlogs. And the bottom line is, I need to stay in contact with you and keep you in the know about what's going on with me and stuff like that. Okay? So, that being said, hold on a second here. Sorry, I got an email distracted me. That being said, thank you to SSJ Ram, who just did a 100-bit cheer and said something in Japanese that I also can't read. Thank you, SSJ Ram. Appreciate that. So, here's the thing. I was doing Ask the King last week, and people were asking me about, would I ever bring back Hate Live? Why did it go away? And honestly, the reasoning behind why it went away isn't valid anymore, right? And I was actually thinking about this, and I was like, wait a minute. If I did Hate Live and I brought it back, right? Just think about this, folks. It could be like a 2-hour interactive stream where, yes, I'll have different topics that I'll be covering, right? But if people are talking to me during the stream, and in particular people are cheering or whatever, I can react to what they're actually saying during the podcast live on stream here on Twitch. And Twitch now has embraced having people do this kind of stream. They've got their IRL streaming now, right? So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And I think that would be awesome. A different piece of variety content for me. Maybe once a month I could do a Hate Live podcast. Unless there's like a reason to do a special one, right? Let's say there's a reason to do a special podcast, like there's a big announcement or there's something going on, then I could do a special Hate Live podcast. But I think that this would be an awesome thing to do for Twitch interaction. That you guys and gals being here live and being able to interact with me during the podcast would be beneficial. Because the thing was, people used to like it when I did the podcast, but they were like, oh, can I call in or whatever? If I'm interacting live with the stream chat, no one needs to call in. I could talk with you guys live, right? We could go back and forth here. So I think this is a great idea, and I think this is the way to go, all right? So, yes, folks, coming in May, Hate Live will return. Now, I don't want to tell you exactly when it's going to be yet. More than likely, it's going to end up being during a dead week. And it actually looks like there is a pretty dead week near the end of May. There's, like, really almost nothing going on. So maybe one day, after playing a ridiculous ton of Injustice 2 or something, one day I'll take a break and we'll do Hate Live or something like that. You know what I mean? I guess we'll see. Oh my god, excuse me. Gee, can you tell I just finished my V8 drink? So yeah, that would be cool. That would be pretty cool. Oh, I got another tip. Hold on. Thanks to... Yachurdy tipped me $2 and said something completely... I can't even read it. I don't even know what it means. What? I'm not even going to read this because I don't even know what it means. It sounds like it's like a bunch of gibberish. Well, I appreciate the tip, but I have absolutely no idea what you just said. And now Shiro Akiyama has tipped me $2.02 and says, My Hero Academia is for babies. Love live is life. Love live is power plus ultra. Oh my god. I don't know what people are doing today. I think people are trying to mess with me because I don't know what the hell they're saying here on pre-stream. Shout out to Marky117 who just did a 130-bit cheer, and he is the stream cheerleader for today so far. Okay. So anyway, yes, that's the first piece of positive news I have for you today on pre-stream, folks. That Hate Live is returning. Alright? I hope you're excited for that. I think this could be a really cool thing, but at least once a month to do it. Have a fun interactive stream, an interactive podcast where I talk with all of you while I'm discussing current events and everything, right? So that'll be pretty neat. And that's something else for me to do on stream rather than just raw gameplay every day, right? Something cool and different. I think that'll probably garner a lot of interest. Now, it's up for debate what I'm going to do in regards to the videos for YouTube. Will I just upload the entire Hate Live podcast as one video? Or will I split it up? I don't know, because some people have said you could split it up into segments. That a lot of people do this. They stream a podcast, but they break the podcast up into small segments. And then the small segments end up being more digestible for their YouTube channels. So maybe I'll do that. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes, but that's definitely something I could do. I could cut it up and you know, record this. So, I guess we'll see. Shout out to Yachurdy who just did a $5 tip now, and he said, my bad. It's alright, man. Just understand, I have no idea what the hell you're saying. I'm not going to read it and chance that it's something offensive to someone, because I don't know what the hell what you said meant. Literally, what you said could have been, like, slang for, like, insulting stuff. I don't know what it means. I'm not exactly the most street hip person right now of what all the kiddies are doing and saying, so... Okay. So thank you, Yachurdy. Appreciate that. Alright. Now, that was only the first big piece of new, good news for you. I have another big piece of good news, folks. And this piece of good news is something that I've been working on behind the scenes for a while. And I am happy to finally reveal it to you today. It is good news for everyone. But it actually means that, for a day or two this week, things are going to be kind of screwed up. So, I'm going to explain here.
We eloped.
No, that's not what happened.
Aww.
Why would you come in here and say that?
Because.
No, we didn't elope.
Aw, we didn't?
No.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What do you have in your hands?
I'm folding a shirt.
Oh my god. What are you doing?
I'm doing my woman tasks.
She runs in and says something completely false. Everyone got all crazy in the stream chat now. No, that's not what happened. Not even related at all. I don't know.
Chaos ensues.
Oh my god. Alright. No, that is not what happened. Alright. The good news is, folks, that as of, hopefully, fingers and toes and everything crossed, this Monday, I will be transitioning into a managed partnership on YouTube yet again. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the actual good news, is that both DSPGaming and KO Gaming will be moving back into managed partnerships as of Monday. Now, here's the deal. I'll give you the behind-the-scenes information here. I'm not going to give you full details yet until it's all set in stone, okay? But here's what happened. As you know, back in February, Machinima basically mistreated me, insulted me, and then decided to end their partnership with me. After I told them I didn't want to work with the company if they were going to insult me and not help me, they said, well, we're ending your partnership then. To which I responded, oh, well, fuck off then. I don't need you. Okay? I mean, seriously, they really have fallen apart. Okay? And I'm at this point, I'm so happy to be done with them because I don't want to be part of a fucking sinking ship. I just don't. And I don't want to be with a company that's going to screw me over and treat me badly. No one should be backed into that corner. You know, Machinima's been going downhill for years, and the reason I stuck with them, honestly, is because they always paid me the most. But it came to a point where they weren't paying me, you know, anything amazingly better than what anyone else was gonna offer. And really the only benefit that I had with staying with them was that I was in a managed partnership. Now, what does that mean? It means that I would be immune from things like these content ID claims that literally have destroyed my Grand Theft Auto and open world sandbox playthroughs. It means that I'm protected from the content ID claims from Nintendo, so Nintendo can't claim every fucking video I ever put out of a Nintendo game, you know? It basically means that I'm protected from all the bullshit on YouTube, which, by the way, is completely illegal. I'll say that again. Content ID matching on YouTube is fucking illegal. If it went to a court of law, YouTube would lose, because you cannot give 100% ad revenue to a music company because they have a song in a game. That's preposterous. At the most, they should get a cut of the ad revenue. There is no court of law that's going to rule that a music company should have all ad revenue on a video because a song is in that video. That's preposterous. It's illegal. But since no one sued YouTube, this system will stay in place, okay? So it sucks, but it is what it is. So the past 2 months that I have not been with a managed partnership have been a nightmare. Every day I'm getting dozens of emails from YouTube saying that these videos, legacy videos of mine from over the years, including my Grand Theft Auto playthroughs, my Saints Row playthroughs, all of my sports playthroughs, because all those sports games have licensed music in them. Okay, they're all gone. WWE is shot. All my WWE videos have gotten claimed or blocked, or both. Some of them both are gone, okay? And it's terrible. It sucks, because it's hard work that I've done over the years. Some of these are classic playthroughs that people have wanted just to watch and keep and preserve, right? My classic Grand Theft Auto playthroughs are some of the, you know, people love those things. They go back. Some people have told me they've watched them a dozen times or more. And now they're fucked up. Now you've got them muted and blocked and people can't watch them anymore because of content ID nonsense that's completely fucking illegal. And it's bullshit. It really is. So, here we are, folks. And here's the deal. Oh, by the way, wow, I have a lot of thank yous to do. Hold on a second. Thank you to SSJ Ram, who did a 100-bit cheer and said Phil Kun and then something in Japanese I can't read. Thank you to Kushiaki Tori, who did a 140-bit cheer and said managed partnership hype, Nintendo games are possible again. Yes, see, that's the thing, and people don't realize this. I played Zelda Breath of the Wild in March. I made $0 on that playthrough on YouTube. Because from the day I started uploading it, Nintendo claimed the whole thing. I made no money on that playthrough on YouTube. The only money I made on Zelda, I made off of Twitch. But gratefully, people were cheering and subbing and tipping me on Twitch during that playthrough, so it ended up becoming viable for me to play that incredibly long game, because that was one of my longest playthroughs of recent memory. I stuck with it because of that. So thank you to anyone who did participate here on Twitch during that playthrough, because YouTube screwed me. They illegally stole my ad revenue on that entire playthrough, which I probably would have made hundreds of dollars, if not more, by the way. Thank you to Will Ham, who did a $1 tip and then basically did the intro to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which I'm not going to read. I don't know why he posted the entire intro to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Thank you to Yachurdy, who did a 100-bit cheer and said elope type. No, I didn't, I did not freaking, elope. And then we've got Dr. Hank Simpson, who did a $2 tip and said Maki isn't real Zach, and I have no idea what any of that means. So I don't know what's going on. There's some weird tips today with stuff that I have no idea what any of it means. I have no idea, alright? But anyway. So, here's the deal, folks. Here's what happened, okay? Oh, hold on. I got another tip. Wow, I can't even finish my story because I keep getting tips. I got a tip from Kyson. He gave me 20 bucks. He says, when's Persona? I missed your second stream last night because your second stream was like 4 a.m. for me. There was no second stream last night, Kyson. You missed nothing. Last night I was doing personal stuff. If you really want to know what I did, I got my car washed and then I bought a shop vac. And I brought the car home and I vacuumed my car and then I cleaned it because we were bringing it in for pre-inspection on Monday. That was my night last night. Oh yeah, and I paid a giant stack of bills. So it was a very uneventful night. You really don't need to be involved in that, okay? Persona's starting in a few minutes when I finish pre-stream. Okay, so let's continue. Here's what happened. During this transition period when I was leaving Machinima and I was joining up with Curse, right? I was transitioning my channels over to Curse. I was vlogging about this constantly, you know. I was contacted by a relatively new up-and-coming MCN on YouTube. What is that? It means it's a partnership company. A company that wants to get their feet into the mix of things. And they want to basically try to get some established YouTube channels under their wings. Now, the truth of the matter is a lot of YouTubers aren't like me. They're not transparent. They don't vlog about this kind of stuff. They keep it under wraps and behind the scenes. They feel that not sharing business information with their viewership is the best course of action. I've always been the opposite. I've been one of the most honest people on YouTube. When this stuff happens, okay, I'm very honest, and I talk about it publicly, okay? And, you know, I try to make sure that everyone has information about what's going on with me. And when this whole fiasco with Machinima was going on, I did my best to kind of give you as much information as I could without violating my contract with Machinima, okay? So everyone knew that I was going to be leaving Machinima and going with a new company, and I didn't really reveal what it was going to be or whatever. I actually danced around the idea of 3 different companies, and I was in negotiations with a couple different companies, and eventually I ended up with Curse simply because Curse was very easy to migrate over to right away. There wasn't going to be any waiting time between when I left Machinima and I got my channels enabled with Curse, okay? And in addition, they had the same kind of music and other offerings like Machinima did. Like, they actually worked with the same music company, so I could use the same royalty-free music and all of that as I had when I worked with Machinima. So for me, it was very little work. It was basically unlink my channel with Machinima, link it with Curse, and then enable all the ads, and that's all it was, okay? But the problem is Curse does not offer managed partnerships. And it's not that I didn't look into it, because I did. I did my research, and I talked to them, and I was like, listen, I really need a managed partnership. And they basically just said, no, we don't do it for anybody. It's not just you. We don't do it at all. And it's kind of funny, because apparently some people have been trying to get managed partnership for years, and they keep being told by people that either it doesn't exist or you can't get it, which is completely false, by the way. It's just people lying to you. It's people completely lying, all right? And it's actually one particular YouTuber I know who still swears that managed partnerships don't exist, despite the fact that I was in one for over 3 years, and now I'm going into another one. He swears they don't exist because no one's offered him one. And he can't get into one. So, anyway. During all this period of time when I was making all these vlogs back in February and explaining my situation to everyone, I was contacted by this new MCN, and this MCN said, we would like to recruit you. We're actually a fan of your work. We know who you are. We see that you've done a really long-running legacy of YouTube videos. And we also are aware of the situation with the negativity that you've got this group of people who follow you around on the internet are negative assholes to you. We know all about that. And we're okay with it. And we see your situation right now going on with your partnership network. And we'd like to be competitive. We'd like to offer you something better than what Curse offers, because everyone knows what Curse offers. Curse offers the same terms to everyone. They're actually, it's public. It's like well known what exactly, Curse offers for everyone in their partnership contract. So they said, we're going to do you one better. We're going to, do a little bit better in the revenue department, but also we're going to offer you a managed partnership, okay? Which is what you want, they figured that would be the incentive to get me, right? So I'll be honest, I didn't want to jump into this right away. This was something that I mulled over for quite a while, all right? And I went back and forth with this company for about 2 months. Well, we hashed out an agreement via a contract. And this company, even though they're relatively small compared with the other companies I've dealt with, they were very, willing to work with me and talking back and forth. And basically, I got exactly what I wanted out of this new agreement, okay? Now, this is the truth. It's taking a chance because this is a company that, is a company that probably no one's even heard of. Because I never heard of them, and I actually said that to them. I said, the one reason I'm really not jumping on the chance right away is because I've never heard of you guys. And they said, yeah, well, that's on purpose. We're kind of we're starting up, and we're trying to recruit people into our network to have established channels that are going to be bringing in views and everything for our network. And you're one of the people that we figured we could recruit because you've been talking about you're now basically a free agent. You're not with Machinima anymore. So all this stuff going on and negotiations behind the scenes, and boy, was it really, really hard for me not to mention it to you guys, because I like to talk about this stuff publicly, and I did not purposely. Everything is now in place, and here's what's going to happen. Are you going to work?
Yep.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Yep. You know me, I'm always going to have so much fun.
Yeah, so here's the deal, folks. This is all happening over the weekend, all right? So here's the deal. Tomorrow, I'm doing my Worst Games Ever marathon here on Twitch. So 3 games, whatever. I'm going to be recording all of that for YouTube, but I'm not going to upload it. Here's why. Because officially as of Monday, I am going to be leaving my partnership with Curse. Okay? I'm leaving it. It's going to be delinked. So DSPGaming and KO Gaming will be unlinked from Curse as of Monday. Then this new network is going to link me into their network, all right? And as soon as I get linked into them, which really shouldn't take that long, I'm going to enable all the advertisements again on all of my videos, because it's going to happen just like it did last time. All the ads are going to go away for a day, and then all the ads are going to come back. It's going to take about a day. It took actually around 8 hours on DSP Gaming last time to have the ads get re-enabled. So the last thing I want to do is load up DSP Gaming with all these new videos from Sunday, and then all the ads immediately get turned off, and I make nothing on it, and then by the time the ads come back, everyone's already watched everything, all right? Now, here's the thing. It's not really going to affect you at all, you guys. The only thing is there's going to be a delay where I'm not going to be uploading videos to DSP Gaming for about 2 days, but what I will do is this week I'll gradually space out the videos. Once the advertisements are re-enabled, I will then be spacing out the videos so that every day you'll get 1 or 2 batches of videos, including the videos from Sunday's marathon, okay? Now, in addition, folks, now what was I going to say? Shit. I got distracted. I read the stream chat and it distracted me. Hold on. Nah, maybe there was no in addition. I don't know why I said that. So that's the deal, folks. A new managed partnership coming up this week, okay? Now, the truth of the matter is this is kind of risky. It's a company, again, a new up-and-coming company, and it is a risk to go with it. If it doesn't work out, I have protected myself contractually. I can get out of this contract with the company at any time. It's just pretty standard terms. I'm not going to go into it, but basically, the best contracts that you go into for partnership basically don't lock you in permanently. And actually, YouTube has now made it so that you can't do that anymore. You can't have one of these fucking contracts where, oh, you're stuck in perpetually from now on, you can never leave. It doesn't happen like that anymore. Okay? And I've already spoken with Curse on this. I talked directly with Curse, and I said, listen, you guys have been good for 2 months. You've been awesome. The only reason I'm leaving you is because I got offered better terms and a managed partnership, which you said you don't offer. But I told him, listen, if things go bad with this company, I'd be more than willing to come back to Curse. And Curse has already told me, dude, we will take you back in a heartbeat. Not a big deal. Okay? Not a big deal at all. So, there you go. That's cool. And I'm happy about that. And we'll see what happens. So, yeah. So, that's the deal, is that coming this Monday, you're probably going to notice none of my videos will have ads on them. So for a day, I'm really not going to make any money, but there's nothing I can do about that. And then I'm going to, be linking with this new company and getting ads re-enabled on all my videos. It's going to be a process. It's going to take a while. But, after a few hours, what I'm hoping, honestly, is that it happens overnight, where maybe overnight Curse will unlink my channels so that Monday morning I can get the channels linked with the new partnership, and then I can have the ads start to enable right away. Worst case scenario, I'll have to do it later in the day because I'm going to be out on Monday. I'm actually going to be out doing a bunch of stuff. It's my day off. So worst case scenario, I'll do it overnight on Monday, where I'll just have the ads, go overnight and turn on DSPGaming and all of that, okay? So there you go. That's the good news. Is number one, Hate Live is returning this month. I don't know when yet, but it will be happening. It will be coming back. And number two, I am bringing my DSPGaming and KO Gaming channels into a new managed partnership with a new company, and that will start, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, on Monday. Okay? So what do you guys... Now, I've seen a couple questions. Let me just address this one question, and then we're going to get started with Persona 5, because I know this has been a long pre-stream, but I have a lot to talk about. The good news is that... Well, the bad news is, sadly, all the videos that have been claimed during these 2 months that I was not in a managed partnership, there's nothing I can do about it. Once a video is claimed by one of these fucking companies, including Nintendo or any of these music companies, they absolutely refuse to release their claims, even though their claims are fucking illegal. Yes, I will say that again. The claims are illegal. There's no court of law that would ever grant full ad revenue for something for someone because there's a song in it. Maybe they grant partial, not full. So it's complete and utter bullshit. And it will never stand up in a court of law, but no one has the ability to sue YouTube over this, okay? Yeah, sadly, there's nothing I can do about it. Alright? I can't. There's nothing I can do. It sucks. So all those playthroughs that were claimed in the last 2 months, there's nothing I can do about it. It's terrible. I know. Some of these playthroughs are some of my best from over the years, and people really want me to have these like indefinitely protected on YouTube, and sadly it can't happen, so yeah, my WWE playthroughs, my Grand Theft Auto playthroughs, my sports playthroughs, they're all shot. It sucks, but hopefully being in a managed partnership moving forward, I'll be okay. I won't have any issues. Alright, so that's the deal, folks. Alright, so we're about to start with Persona. I'm not going to do excessive plugs. I'm going to do 2 quick things. Number one, Patreon, folks. There's only 2 days left in April. Actually, there's only a day and a half left in April. 36 hours left in the month. And if you pledge to my Patreon now, you'll get in on this month's perks and in the monthly event, which is the Return of the Patron's Choice playthrough. You get to pick what game I'll be playing this summer. And right now, I really need your support because I need to be able to pay my bills. That's the bottom line, is I need to be able to pay my friggin' bills. And anything you pledge right now, I will get, the first week of May, and it goes directly towards my bills. So if you want to pledge and get something for yourself, right, while also helping me immensely, please pledge to Patreon. Patreon.com/DarksidePhil. Alright? And also, excuse me. Also, right now, the best way that you could help me out, even though I do appreciate people who are cheering on stream and people who are subbing, the best way you could help me out would be to tip me here on stream. Alright? In fact, thank you to Super Idol Nico, who said something really weird again. I think this is this running pattern of people leaving silly tips today. Super Idol Nico left a $1 tip for me, which is very much appreciated. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Super Idol Nico. I have no idea what you're saying, though. It's probably the intro to the anime or something, so I'm not going to read it. But yeah, if you tip me, that's something else. I get that money right away, and I'll be able to help me to pay my bills this month, alright? So, if you want to know how to do that, alright, right here on my stream, directly below the stream, if you give it a look, there's a grid of all kinds of information, including things such as the rules of the stream and different links to all my various things. There's a section for tips. It has the little picture of me posing with the Pokemon. If you give it a click, it'll send you to my tips page, and you can either do an anonymous tip if you wish to, or you can leave a name and a message. Alright? If you do that, you'll get an on-screen notification during the stream, and I'll give you a shout out. obviously, and it helps me immensely. That's something that is immediately, is once I get it, gonna take it out of that account and bring, boom, pay a bill. So please consider doing it if you haven't. I definitely appreciate it, and I need the support. The next 2 weeks, in fact, 2 weeks left, folks, in this big countdown grind of me, will I be able to pay my goddamn bills? If I can get through these next 2 weeks with your support, we're gonna be in the clear, I think, because then I'm gonna start getting the increased revenue from Twitch. I'm gonna get that revenue from that first month with Curse on YouTube. And I think it's going to be enough between that, it's increased better than it was in February, that's for sure, because February was absolutely god-fucking awful on YouTube, and I hadn't changed my Twitch streaming method yet, so, I hadn't seen any of that increase yet. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone who has been very supportive. Now, we're finally, after this incredibly long pre-stream with all these announcements, we are going to begin with Persona. Alright. Alright, folks, thank you. Oh, and by the way, there were 2 more things. There was a cheer from Dr. Hank Simpson. He cheered 20 bits and said, Maki's curtain doesn't match the drapes. Amazing. I don't know who that is. And Anonymous left me a $1 tip and says, when are the anime reviews coming? Considering that the latest animes I've been watching is Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho, I don't think the anime reviews are coming anytime soon. Although I am interested in watching the Attack on Titan Season 2. Once it finally gets dubbed and released in the United States, I will be getting that and checking that out, because I really liked the first season, okay? And I already know about the second season because I played the video game last year and it kind of spoiled it. Alright, that's it, folks. Thank you for being patient. Let's begin with Persona 5 gameplay. Thank you all for your support. Appreciate it, and here we go.